It's loading. Okay. So now I think what I can do is I can remove this one. I should be able to remove that. And I should be able to this. Let's turn this off. Close that. Goodbye. Okay, hi. I'm just trying to work out. I was getting really bad feedback earlier from the other one. Now I'm not getting feedback, so gotta remove that. I should be able to. Okay, now I think I'm there. I think I've done it this time. This is only the third time. So I'm using this software, and it's called OBS, Open Broadcast Software. And I'm going to share this into the other group. It's pretty cool software. It lets me do my Facebook Live like this rather than doing it through my phone. But I'll tell you what the difference is because today what I want to do with you is I want to show you, so I'm just posting that and that's done. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll now. Maybe I will put these back on in case the sound is a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Okay, so if you don't know me, I am Caroline Bolinska from eCommerce Backstage Pass, and I've got a free Facebook group. You might be watching it there now, or you might not be, so that's fine. Come and join the group, it's free. I really wanted to discuss something today that's really changed my life in the last 13 weeks and made me more productive, made me more efficient, made me more everything. So I wanted to tell you about it. The best thing I can do is actually show you. So that is why I wanted to do the software today. I hope that's not the feedback on there. So I'm just listening, sorry. I wanted to show you this. So what actually happened was, this is the original. It's not the only one. If you've watched any of my videos before, you've heard me talk about this a lot. It's a planner journal, and it's 13 weeks. And over those 13 weeks, you actually go through and you start off by filling out. There's like a section at the front. This is like an old one. I couldn't be bothered waiting for them to post it. Hi, Scott. Great to have you here. I wasn't waiting for them to post it in the mail. So the company actually, there's like quite a few of the entrepreneurs that do this one. And one of them actually had a PDF download. So I downloaded the PDF and got it printed off at the shop, and it was, I think it was 25 euro. But so it wasn't any cheaper. It was just a faster thing for me. That's the only reason I did it. However, I filled it out and I finished it. So I think Sunday just gone was the 13 weeks. And it's got things in here like your results, your goals. I'm going to give a commitment. There's a whole lot of things. And there's a whole lot of companies doing the same sort of thing at the moment. It's quite like a trendy thing to do. And I didn't realize, I'd actually heard about this since probably halfway through last year, and they started to come out with these journals, these planner journals, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. That just sounds a little bit too much. I'm in grade 6 and doing my, writing in my diary sort of thing. And 13 weeks ago, I decided, you know what? I keep on seeing them around me. I hear so many great things. I'm going to try it out. So I did. I tried it out and I thought, if I don't like it, I can just give up on it. It's no problems. And it's probably one of the best things that I've actually implemented into my business in a very long time. No, Scott, it is not a plan. It is actually it's a journal. It's keeping yourself organized. It's a daily activity journal. So it's a calendar, a journal, a calendar, a diary, whatever you want to call it. It's keeping yourself accountable for what you actually have to do. So what I actually want to do, no, it's not like a blueprint at all. So this is nothing to do with, this is you just setting goals. Scott's just asking me in the chat. This is you setting goals and saying, okay, I want to achieve in the next 13 weeks $1 million, let's say. And then you have to write out what you're going to do over the next 13 weeks to get there. And then every single day you're keeping yourself accountable of everything that you need to do. So you're writing in, it's a diary. I'm going to take you through, I'm going to show you exactly, because, okay, so this is what happened. So that's the book, and it's actually quite heavy. It's the right size. It's exactly the same size as my laptop. So I actually, I work from home, but I also work from co-working spaces as well. And I carry that around in my bag with me. And look, it fits, but it's an extra thing to carry. I do like writing things down, but at the moment, it's just an extra thing to carry when I do leave the house. And the thing is that I'm actually planning a big adventure coming up soon, and that's going to take me off to a few countries with just a suitcase, and I really don't want to be carrying anything I don't need to carry. So what I had been thinking for the last 13 weeks since starting this, I thought I would love, love, love it if someone had an online version of this. And no one's actually had an online version of this. So today I bit the bullet and I said, right, I need to start because last Sunday was the end of my last one. I'm wanting to start another one again on Monday. And I thought, okay, I either go and get another one printed or I create an online version. So today I sat down and I created an online version. It took me about an hour and a half to create that, and I want to share it with everyone here. So if you send me a private message with your email address, I'll give you access to that. When you get access, you just want to copy it and paste it into another document. You don't want to be writing in that because everyone's going to see it, so you don't want to be writing in that one. But just send me a private message, either my personal or into the business page, and I'll just give you access, and then you can copy and paste that over. I'm going to take you through and show you exactly how it's actually structured because I think it's really, really interesting. I've taken all the good things from the actual from the journal. So there's, like I said, there's lots of companies doing them. So it's not like one company has a monopoly on it. Lots of people are doing it, and I've just taken that and made it into an online version. So let me just Google Chrome, this one. Okay. Love it. Okay, so we're on, like I said, we're actually on the software, the broadcast software. It didn't come up though. Hang on. Let's have a look behind here. Oh, making myself small. Ah, that's fine. Look, there it is behind me. It's like, where is it? Okay, I'll just leave myself down in the corner. No, I might move myself off altogether at the moment. Let's move that. See, this is pretty nifty. Move that down. We don't need that at the moment. Put there. Okay, so I hope you can see the screen. I'm just going to jump back over to my Facebook and just check that everyone's seeing the same thing. Perfect. Okay, so let's work through this. I'm just going to pull it up again. Where is it? Too many pages open. There it is. No, sorry, where is it? There. Okay, now I've got it. Okay, so here's the thing. As you can see, the page moves up and down, and at the top here, we've got in rows 1, 2, 3, and 4, we've actually got your goals for the next 13 weeks. So I want you to come up with 3 goals in here that are going to be for the next 13 weeks. So this is really the ones that you want to achieve. You could have one. You might just have one goal and say, look, over the, by the next 13 weeks, by the end of the 13 weeks, I want to get 100,000 sales. That's fine. You can have one. You don't have to have 3. The next thing I want you to do is the date. So today's date, if you start today, 13 weeks from now, I want you to give yourself a reward at the end of that 13 weeks. So it might be a holiday, it might be that you go and buy a bag of jelly beans, or whatever you want that to be, it can be. I'm just checking on comments while I'm here as well. So sorry, if anyone wants to leave a comment or ask me questions, please go ahead. I'll keep checking back over there to see what people are asking. Sorry, I'm just jumping between screens now. Put that there so I can see it. Okay, so goal date, 13 weeks from now. Then you want the reward. So put down a reward. It might be that you get yourself a bottle of champagne. It might be that you buy yourself a holiday, whatever that might be. Put your reward in there. Then you want to put a couple of personal goals in here. So I'm going to do more meditation. I want to lose 5 kilos. Or that might be your main goal. So I'm going from a business side. So my main goal is always going to be a business related one. And then I've also got some personal ones. It might be that you want to read more. It might be that you want to spend 5 minutes a day learning a language. Whatever that might be, put some goals in there for personal development as well. Then you want to put some progress goals in here. So you might want to put in here, let's say your goal here was to get 10,000 sales in 13 weeks. Then you might say in here you want to get 3,000. You want to get 5,000 here, and then 8,000 here as an example. So you just want something to aim towards, so you know once you start this, you're not just going for that end goal of saying, okay, in 13 weeks I'm going to hit 10,000. I'm going to, over the next 3 weeks, I want to hit 3,000, then 5,000, then 8. So you want to have some progress goals along the way. The next thing that you want to do is what completing this journal will mean to you. So what is it going to mean when you actually get to the end, when you've got your to the actual end? So you might not even reach your goal. This last time I set my goals so high that I didn't actually reach that particular goal, but I knew that I was going to get really close to it if I didn't reach it. And I still achieved so much over that 13 weeks. I definitely achieved more in that 13 weeks than I've ever achieved. And maybe I haven't. Maybe I actually haven't achieved more. I feel like I have because I can see it all in front of me. It's written down in front of me, and I'm actually thinking about it every week. So every single week, at the end of the week, and I'll take you through, I'm actually thinking about those things. So what's it going to mean actually getting through this journal if you hit your goals and if you actually get really close to them? What's that going to mean to you? Does it mean that your kids go to a better school? Does it mean that you actually get to, buy another business? Does it mean that you actually get to pay off your mortgage? Does it mean that you're actually going to have more free time? What is it? So write in something there, and I put that at the top because I want you to always have that at the top of the page whenever you're filling this out, because I want you to remember that. I want you to remember why you're actually going down this path. As storms just come into Barcelona, so good thing I closed my window, otherwise the rain would be in. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is every single day over the next 13 weeks, you have to fill this out. Okay, if you have Saturdays, Sundays off and you don't want to fill it out, then that's fine. But you might, the whole idea of these is that you're not allowed to leave any space free. So even if that means that you put in their nap time. So on a Saturday, it might be a kids' football game, or it might be watching television, but put in the actual, you do this a day before for the week, you do it the day before for the next day of what you're doing. So at the end of every day, fill out the following day sheet. So if that means watching television, it might be that your Saturday is just that you get to sit in front of the television, eat pizza and watch television all day. That's fine, but they just want you to fill it out. And everyone talks about this. It just makes you more accountable for your time, realizing that every single moment you need to fill with something. Okay. So along here, you'd put the day. So you'd start with a Monday if you wanted. You can start, the whole idea of this is you start any day you want. So the date, let's say it's Monday 26th September 2016. I've already pre-filled it out in September, but you can change that. Actually, it's always going to say September because I just copy and pasted it, but you can just go through and change that. So then you want to go along to, you want to do this the night before. So let's say we're getting ready for Monday. Then you'd fill this out for Monday, whatever time you start work. I usually start at about 9, and my 9 o'clock usually looks like it's a run. And then I will be back by 10, and then at 10, so then that's still run there. And then at 10 it will be breakfast. And then it will be get ready. And then I will go through the rest of the day and actually fill it out for the following day. So I'll check my calendar first and I'll say, okay, well, I know that I've got a 2 p.m. interview. I know that I've got a 3:30 podcast, for instance, whatever that might be, and then just fill in the rest. So during those times, I know, okay, well, I know I have to get these clients organized for the week, and then I'd go through and actually fill in the gaps with whatever work I can do for that time. Now, one thing that I haven't seen in my particular journal, or I haven't seen it in any of them, is that I've got a completion tick box there, and I've also got time to complete. And the reason why I added time to complete is because when you're starting off doing this, and if you've never tracked yourself before of the time it takes you, you're going to find that you're going to think something takes you a certain amount of time, and it actually takes you a lot longer or a lot shorter than what you thought. So it's a good idea to keep track, especially the first few weeks, of the time to complete. I put a timer on, and how I like to track my time is I set my timer to 30-minute blocks, and that's exactly what's in the calendar anyway, and I set it to 30 minutes, and then I can go, okay, well, I didn't get through that task, I need another 30 minutes, and then that's a really good way that you can keep track of how long you need to do something. I'm just checking back over at the Facebook chat to see if anyone's asking questions. Okay, so that's the actual calendar part, but now there's the part that you need to fill out. It depends how you want to do it. You can do this, it's got to be suitable for you. So the way they do it in the journals, all the journals that I've seen, is that this block here that you can see, the one that says 3 milestones for this week, that block there is filled out before you do anything else. So it's set out, you do all 13 weeks of milestones, but you might want to do a few weeks and then do a few weeks. It's really up to you. You might want to just do each week as you're going. I think it's best to at least fill out, the 6 weeks, so do half and half. So you might say, okay, let's say our goal up here was to get 10,000 sales, as an example. Then what I would recommend here is that you want to say your 3 milestones for this week would be new photos. Let's say, for instance, it's get a VA, and it might be book interviews on podcasts, as an example, let's say. So then what you would do is you'd come down to the next month, so the next week, and you'd do the same thing where you'd say, okay, well, what are the milestones that I need to achieve in week 2? So think about that. So like I said, I would like you to fill out 6 weeks of that, but if you can't, that's okay. If you can't think that far ahead, the good thing about this document is you can go and change it. So you might be 2 weeks in and you might say, hang on a second, I'm expecting too much of myself and there's no way I can achieve that. I've got to push it back a little bit, or hey, you know what, I can actually do so much more, and you can change it. Okay, so by this stage, you've filled out the first top bit in the first 4 columns. You have filled out the milestones based on your 1 to 3 goals for the next 13 weeks. And then what you want to do is you've filled out your diary just for the day ahead only. So at the moment, get ready for week 1 and just fill in the Monday. That's all you need to do. Then what happens is on Monday, this is what you want to do. You want to write down what you're grateful for. So it might be, and seriously, it sounds ridiculous. And well, I thought it was ridiculous. I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing that you expect me to write down. But I can tell you right now, coming from me who really, I know some people really believe in that. And I always just thought it was a little bit of, craziness. But it is really good to wake up in the morning and find 3 really positive things in your life. And it just changes your mentality. It really does. And I heard this, and I guess you might be thinking what I was thinking 13 weeks ago of, yeah, right, how's that going to work? But it really does. Like, I really noticed that waking up, and I'm a really positive person, but waking up and saying, okay, well, what am I grateful for? You know what? Hey, I've got a roof over my head. Hey, you know what? I got really good success yesterday. Or, hey, you know what? I'm so lucky that I can travel whenever I want to. So put down what you're grateful for. It might be family, it might be, your situation, whatever that is. Then you want to have some main goals for the week, and so this area here is this area here is for your week, your day. But the reason why I've got this here, sorry, I'm completely confusing you, is because I want you to remember that each day. So for that week, you've got your milestones for the week there. So you've got your 3 milestones. Put them in here again. So you want to put in here. Here it's going to look the same because it's next to each other, but the rest of it's going to be separate. So put your 3 goals, your milestones in there for the week. And then what you want to do is you want to come down here and say today's main targets. So this is for today. So your 3 goals might be to get a VA, to get on interviews, but what are you doing today? Like, what are the 3 things that you must do today from all of your list that you must get through. So you might say, okay, today I can see I have to do the interviews. I must go and call this person, and I must book blah, blah, blah. So put those in. Then you want to put in, at the end of the day, you want to put in a few things. So at the end of the day, you want to put in what you learned for the week, for the day, what your worst moments or your lessons were for the week, your wins for the week, what you're grateful for in the evening. So before you actually finish your day, you want to put in what you're grateful for before you fill in your next day's calendar, because you're going to be filling in your next day's calendar on that day. So Monday, fill in the calendar for Tuesday. And then at that same time, put in what you're grateful for. So fill this out, and then also fill in, you'll come down and you'll do Tuesday. And that becomes a routine every single day. So then the next thing is that you have to start each week that you want to put this in as well for the start of each week. Now, it's going to sit up here, but if you want to copy and paste this and move this down every single day, you can do that. But you want to set this out, do this at the start of the week, and then check it at the end of the week. I fill out this little part as I'm going during the week. So a habit activity, I put in here things like remembering to go for a run every day. It's something that I'm not good at. So running or walking, exercising, spending 10 minutes to read, spending time learning a language, whatever your habit might be. It might be that you want to, it might be that you have to take out the garbage every day. Whatever that might be, you put something in there that you want to start doing on a regular basis. And you might say in there, so let's say it's run, and you might say my goal is to go 3 times per week. And then you want to just put in here, it can just be like a little V to say yes. And then you can see at the end of the week, you know what, I went 4 times this week, or I read 4 times, whatever that is. So at the end of the week, whether the end of the week for you is the Friday or the Sunday, if you don't want to fill it out on the weekend, I do recommend that you're still doing this on the weekend, because certain things like the habits are going to come into play. So then at the end of the week, how happy were you for that week between 1 and 10? And then why? Like, I put a couple of points in there. I was really proud of myself for this. I loved this. This made me really happy. I got to speak to this person. So put in a couple of things there. The next one is big wins for the week. So, hey, I got, interviewed by such and such, or, someone wrote about me in a blog post, so whatever that might be. And then here you want to say, did you hit your targets, yes or no, and why, and how you can improve. So you put in there just a couple of points of, hey, you know what, if I would have spent less time doing this and more time doing this, I would have been much better off. And then just put in one of your biggest lessons learned for the week. So, it might be something good, it might be something bad, whatever that might be. So here we've got it here at the start of the week, but like I said, you can move it so you can see there's Tuesday, then we go down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we go to week 2. I've got a little note here for you. Have you filled out your weekly goals for the week? And then you start all over again. So that's it. I'm going to come back over and see if anyone's asking any questions about it. Someone's coming in and saying that they're late. No, that's okay. You can watch the replay, it's no problems at all. So let me head over here again. Yay, there I am. This is so cool. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so that's it. I really wanted to share that with you because I think that it is something that, there it is. I really wanted to share that with you because I really think it's something that you will learn a lot from. I think it's one of those things that once you actually start doing it, you will see a huge change. And you know what? Try it. If you don't like it and it's not for you, then give up. But at least you can say you gave it a go. At least you can say that you actually tried it. At least you can say, hey, you know what? That's not for me, or that is for me. So if you want a copy of it, send me a private message and I'll give you a link. Give me your email address and I'll give you the access to it. You'll get a notification from Google Docs and you can go in there, copy it, paste it over to your own document. Don't write in there because everyone will see that. Just go back and watch this video again. It will stay up on my Facebook page. Go back and watch the video for the information of what each column means, because it doesn't really mean much until you actually get it in there and do it, which I understand. And if you have questions about it, ask me. I'd love to answer them. And let me know how you're going. I'd love to know, 3 or 4 weeks from now, Are you finding big changes in your business? Are you finding big changes in your personal life and the goals that you're trying to achieve? And is it something that's helping you in your business? I'd love to know. And, I don't mind if you tell me it's not helping you, or if it is, because for me, we all work in our own way. This is something that I found has really changed my life. Listening to so many entrepreneurs who have said the same thing, that they've used these 13-week planners and they have been blown away with this success that they've gotten once they've started doing them. And someone asked me before, why is it 13 weeks? And the reason why is because it makes 91 days. And they say that doing something for 90 days breaks a habit or starts a new habit. So that's why it's a 13-week journal. So when they say to actually do it, they don't say you have to continue doing it. They say that it's about setting yourself up to break bad habits and start good habits. So it's almost like they say, hey, do this for 13 weeks and it's going to help you. But I've heard of many people, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to never ever stop doing this. Like, this is me now, like forever. I'm going to do one of these. So it's 4 per year. I will, every time I finish the 13 weeks, and I'll start another one, because I'm not a big believer. Yeah, I've got long-term goals, but my long-term goals are very broad, and they're not, some people's long-term goals are, I want to make $3,745.65 by the time I'm 45. And they get really, really hung up on that. But then there's all this stuff that happens in between. So I'm not big on, very specific long-term goals, especially because I'm the sort of person that I change so much. If I had stuck to my expected goals a couple of years ago, I wouldn't be living in Spain right now. And then today I actually decided, I've been for the last few months going, I want to get out of Spain. What am I going to do? And I wouldn't have done what I did today and said, you know what, I'm leaving. I'm actually just going to go, and next month I'm actually just going to pack up and leave and go traveling for a while. And it's because I can that I will do it. But that's because I don't have those sort of long-term goals in place where I think I'm letting myself down by not doing it. But I've got this 13-week planner that I just set out the next 13 weeks. I say, okay, this is what I want to achieve in the next 13 weeks. Then when I get to that end of that 13 weeks, then I can make my decision on the next thing that I want to do with myself. It works for me. Of course, you can set a long-term goal in there. There's no reason why you can't say, but this is my 5-year goal, my 10-year goal. Of course you can do that. But this is just about breaking it down into smaller sections. I love it. I'm so happy with it. It's the best thing that I ever did when it came to my business. I can tell you that honestly. This is not costing you anything. The book, if you want to buy one of the journals, they're great as well. If you prefer to write, go for it. I'm just making this online version for myself because I needed it, and I want to offer it to you to use for free. But if you want to buy the journal, go for it, because the journal was really good writing in. But this is free. Try it out, see how you go, and it might make the same difference to your life as it's made to my life, and I hope it does. Or tell me about what you've achieved, or what you didn't like about it, or anything like that. I'd love to hear from you. So have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. I can't wait for the weekend. Hopefully the rain stops here in Barcelona. Hopefully you have a lovely and safe weekend wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday, back on Monday, ready for the new week. And I'll have my planner filled out by then. So have a wonderful weekend. See you soon. Bye.